Need to find a way forward. Let's see. What's inside?
Fallen druids of the Emerald Enclave. They died trying to stop Catherick Thorm long ago. Dark justiciars who fell long ago in service of Shah
East
and
Wraithwind
Catherick
Tollhouse.
Thorm.
South Moonrise Towers. West the Waning Moon. Come on, open up.
Beer. Not really my drink, you know.
I know, Astarion. You prefer blood.
Well, yes. It was a joke.
I know that too. It just wasn't funny.
Aim for the pub. Go for the pub. We'll soon be.
a long road ahead.
We're close. I can feel it. The Absolute. Its power is strong here.
That's curious.
Dark justiciars who fell long ago in service of Shah and Ketheric Thorm.
You! Halt!
Her thoughts invade your own, hunting for recognition. Your parasite offers it readily.
True soul. A pleasure. What news from the field? General Ketheric's advisor went off on a field trip. Zarel's in charge till he gets back. Zarel's in the audience chamber, true soul. Go right ahead.
Let's hope this Zarel likes what we have to say.
Praise the Absolute.
Just out of view.
Not for communal use, it seems. Best show some respect. Or some more cunning.
Very well.
Enjoy the view. This feels like it'd stretch all the way to the Sea of Swords on a clear day. If this place ever gets a clear day.
Stand clear of the cargo. Respectfully, true soul. They're not to be opened until they reach the city. The Absolute smiles on them that follow orders. And I don't plan on being a guard for long, true soul. Thank you.
I'm afraid you missed the ship, Trousseau, but there'll be another along soon enough. We're already stacking the cargo. Nothing of note, just supplies for the battle ahead. I've already checked it twice over.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Right you are, I suppose. Check away. Not long before we march on the city. Baldur's Gate. The army marches overland. But we sent some friends ahead to smooth the way. Locals need to see hard truth. Take their place in hard design. Or they don't, and we send them to meet the old gods they cling to. Doesn't matter much either way. Nothing of note. Just supplies for the battle ahead. I've already checked it twice over.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Right you are, I suppose. Check away.
Let's see what this does.
A wave of sick familiarity radiates from one barrel amidst the cargo. Tadpoles. sleeping and scarcely aware, but echoing yours 100-fold.
Look at them all. Enough to infect an entire army.
No ledger or shipping manifest presents itself, but there is a seal stamped on the lid, the winged serpent of the Centaurim, a network of merchants and mercenaries known for their deep pockets and shallow scruples. A pattern of blank minds newly born. They carry only a bare shred of memory, inherited from something older. A sleep of centuries. The birth and destruction of a settlement above forming only background noise to the dream. Until something descended down into the darkness, and the dreamer awoke.
Empty. Void of essence, void of purpose. We cannot allow their birth.
Something good here, I hope. To be cautious. What path lies before me?
Look busy or they'll set you lifting too. Whatever's inside's heavy. Go on then, budge.
I'm way too big.
What's next?
Indolence breeds madness.
What a day.
Best get going.
There can be no doubt. This is the place. This is where we'll discover the secret of the Absolute.
To the prisoners, I mean. Any one of them could be elevated to true soul, should they accept the Absolute.
Ugh. Then I shall have to keep them busy praying for mercy from others, won't I?
You're mistaken, surely.
I am not.
But we've seen more true souls sent for an audience?
And not a single one came back down from the tower top. Must have been unworthy.
It is impossible to keep a garment clean down here.
How much further can I go?
You'll find it all the harder once we're off on the march.
Don't get too close to the prisoners. They're desperate enough to try anything.
I want to have a word.
All's well here. The cargo from below has already been taken to the docks.
What's hiding here?
You ought to be kinder, to the prisoners, I mean. Any one of them could be elevated to true soul, should they accept the absolute.
Ugh. Then I shall have to keep them busy praying for mercy from other gods, won't I? You're mistaken.
I am...
But we've seen... what? 5 true souls sent for an audience?
And not a single one came back down from the tower. Must have been unworthy.
It is impossible.
Be a dear and strike me deaf. Our guests are especially sobby today.
You don't know me at all.
You ought to be kinder, to the prisoners. Any one of them could be elevated to true soul, should they accept the absolute.
Then I shall have to keep them busy praying for mercy from other gods, won't I? You're mistaken.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
It is impossible to keep a garment. All the way to Baldur's Gate without a litter.
Did you request this post too? I'm glad I got the Warden and not Zarel. Don't get chatty with the prisoners, mind you. The Warden won't like that.
Here we go.
Let me guess. The Absolute is the only way. Don't bother. Why don't you and Zevlor take a long walk off a short cliff?
He made it? He's all right?
Told you. He's too stubborn to die.
If you're not at the Absolute's beck and call, why are you here?
Your conversation has been cut short. These prisoners are for disciple Balthazar's attention only. Your association with Disciple Balthazar inspires respect and a touch of fear. You are free to speak to the prisoners.
You want to help? The gnomes couple cells down are up to something, and we're in. I can't read bloody minds! Go on, before someone sees!
Get us out of here, before the necromancer comes back. Please.
Beyond water.
You ordered that guard about as if you were the Absolute herself. What do you want with us, exactly? Huh. And why would you be so inclined? Those Spitfires? Well, they certainly gave the guards a run for their money. And they'd be a help in the escape. I reckon you and I were meant to meet. I'm Wilburn. We've got a plan, for us and the Tieflings both. But we're scuppered without the right equipment. We need tools. That head case of a warden robbed ours, but anything that breaks rock will do. Even if it's not Iron Hand quality. Whatever you find, throw it through the bars. But for the love of Gerdor, make sure a guard doesn't see you, or we're both done for.
Don't speak to the prisoners. The Absolute forbids it.
I'll get us out of here, Cal. Even if I need to kill every bastard.
This calls for careful footwork. Free for the taking.
I need a quick word.
You spark of the familiar. Do I know you, true soul? Perhaps not. Your face is rather bland. Regardless, know this. I am the Warden. The prisoners are my charges, and I answer to Disciple Balthazar himself. Stay on my good side. He sounds important, and I'm afraid the mere dregs are the only ones left in my care. Indeed. But all are kept out of reach and under constant surveillance in the office above. Prison security is my highest priority.
Your mind swirls with information about the prison. The small levers behind the warden's desk open every cell, while the larger one triggers the alarm. And interesting items confiscated from prisoners lie above the warden's office, just up the ladder.
If you are going to stare, kindly do it elsewhere. As I said, you are free to roam where you wish, but do not speak to the prisoners. Anyone who refutes the Absolute is an enemy of mine, true soul. You would do well to remember that. A pity you're already failing, then. My face might be bland, but yours? It is now carved into my memory, forever. My, they are letting all sorts become a true soul these days. He is chief advisor to General Ketherick, and one of the Absolute's favored. His necromancy is second only to the General's. It is an honor to serve him.
Better not be cursed. Another step forward.
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell. Your conviction is enough. This will be taken no further. Nonetheless, this area remains forbidden. Should you transgress again, your efforts to talk yourself out of trouble will be of little use.
strong as you claim, you wouldn't be here. Neither would your brother.
Unless this evil can get us out of here, I don't want to hear about it.